Everybody, it's Twin Cities Live at 4. Writer-director Mike Flanagan is no stranger to horror thanks to his Stephen King adaptations and Netflix series like The Haunting of Hill House and The Haunting of Bly Manor.
His latest series, Midnight Mass, is just as mentally and emotionally jarring as the others. Our TCL movie guy, Paul McGuire Grimes, chatted with the stars of the new Netflix series.
Good morning. I know I'm not who you expected to see. Just know I'm only here to help.
I went to Catholic grade school, like literally my entire life. I consider myself like a former Catholic. You play a Catholic priest in this. Did you have consultants on hand to like make sure everything looked right and to kind of inform you of that relationship that they have with their parishioners?
Yeah, we had a technical advisor, being a priest. And then we also had our writer, director, editor, creator, who is a former altar boy. There were plenty of experts around, and it would be like you don't go. You got to go all the way down to your. The TV way to cross is you just do this and you keep it in frame. But that's right. You got to go all the way down. And so they were on me, and thank goodness, because gosh, what a lot goes into the ceremony there.
Something's happening here.
You're gonna let me in.
We are living in a miraculous time.
Did anything suspicious or eerie happen on this set or the Haunting set that just seemed a little too coincidental?
Well, there was a speech that I give in this one that deals with Revelation. And in that speech, we were outside, we were on a beach, it was dark, and the wind had kicked up so high that they had to position trucks because we just physically couldn't get anything done. And we had some fire elements in the scene, so you have embers going by. We actually ended up having to pull it that night. We got the shot, but it was both terrifying, but when you see it, it's like the world conspired to get us this amazing moment. So right. Spooky, but on our side.
I am so glad that you'll be with us for what comes next.
Yeah, so I'm out on that. But Paul,
You think it's too scary?
yeah, there's not a chance that I'm watching that. But Paul, we'll talk to all of our friends who enjoy this genre. Yeah. What did you think of that series?
I think it's stunning in how Mike Flanagan uses the horror genre to talk about an inner conflict with faith that so many of us have. So the premise is that there's this tiny little island, all the residents go to church every day, and when this new priest and this prodigal son comes back home, the kid from Friday Night Lights, strange things start happening, miracles start happening. And how do some people react to that with, oh my God, Jesus is among us, this is the Lord happening in our little community, and others are like, no, there's something off here. So there's mystery, there's intrigue, and then it really goes into some supernatural, far out things that happen.
Rated on a scary level, like 1 to 10, it would keep me up at night.
For you, Stevie, maybe a 7, because it's kind of a slow burn, and even the things that happen are kind of inexplainable. So I wouldn't say that it's like scary. It's not like jump scares, but it makes you think about
I'm kind of
faith and religion and science and inner saboteurs, and how do we deal with that?
Ticket stubs for this one?
4.5 out of 5.
Wow.
It's fantastic.
Holy
Just stick
I
with
like
it.
this on Netflix.
Yes.
Have you heard of Dear Evan Hansen?
I've heard of it. I have never seen it on stage, but I really want to see it on the big screen.
This is a musical that should not have been turned into a movie.
Oh,
the movie,
really?
There's a lot, like, I wanted to love this. I love the music. I've seen the stage musical. And it's just the wrong kind of adaptation. You take a musical about teen mental health, suicide, and to kind of strip so much of what makes it a musical and a good stage show doesn't then work for film. You have Ben Platt won a Tony for this. He's been playing this role and created this role since 2014. But I feel like he's still performing this role as if he's on stage playing to the back of a Broadway house.
Do you think if you haven't seen it on stage that you would feel that way? That it's meant to be an on-stage performance?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think you can still grasp some of the music and get kind of carried away with some of the lyrics.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, that's what really matters. So if teens are talking to their parents about mental health, that's the best thing about what can come from this movie. If the movie doesn't self-work, and that's the message.
Okay.
Ticket stubs for that one?
2.5 out of 5. I was severely disappointed. A lot of it doesn't work. The music isn't great in it, but the music as a whole, like in the musical, is great.
Okay, I think I'm still going to see it, Paul.
See it, let me know what you think.
I will.
Clint Eastwood is 91.
Yes.
And he's still doing it.
That's
he's
still doing it.
He's directing, he's acting in this case. Tell us about Cry Macho.
Yep, it's in theaters. It's also on HBO Max, and he plays this retired rodeo star that agrees to go down to Mexico to find his friend's son and bring him back to Texas.
Okay, is this a... listen, if somebody's 91, maybe you feel like, oh, when I compare this to old Clint Eastwood movies, I just feel like I'm not getting the same. He seems to win people over, though, with a different sort of intensity, subdued perhaps, but still there.
And it is still there. I mean, we like Clint in these cowboy roles. So if you're looking for just like an adult story, you can get behind this kind of movie. Both sets of my parents were like, have you seen that Clint Eastwood movie yet? And I was like, not yet, I'll let you know. So like then they went to HBO Max and watched it that night because I told my mom, like, hey, I saw this, and then she really liked it. So there are people that will like this movie, and it's approachable. It's essentially a road trip movie with a 91-year-old and a 13-year-old kid.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a lesson that you're never too old to learn and grow about someone else, someone else's culture. And when you're 91, you can still do that.
Yeah.
If you're 45, you can still do that. You're 27, you can still learn and grow.
Right.
Like, it's never too old to do that.
Okay, ticket stubs.
So 3 out of 5 for this one.
Okay.
I think a lot of people will like it.
Pretty solid. Paul, lovely to have you here.
Thanks for
for
having
coming,
me.
buddy.
Thank you, Paul.
We appreciate
Thank
it.
You can visit Paul's website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for updates on movies and streaming services. You can also listen to Paul on the Colleen and Bradley Show on My Talk 107.1 every Friday, or watch him on his YouTube channel, also called Paul's Trip to the Movies.
TCL's Movie Trip is brought to you by Muska Lighting. New products are coming into their showrooms from the lighting market, so you can come check out their latest trends and styles. They have 2 showrooms, one in Roseville, another in Eden Prairie. They are ready and waiting to help you find the best fit for your home.